To wake up the world means to me that we as a people need to really share the joy of the gospel. And how do we do that more effectively is we kind of have to do our own homework. We need to study scripture. We have to stimulate our minds. And then that way we can really transform our hearts. And then our hearts, in being transformed, we can set the world on fire, wake up the world to injustices, poverty, things that are happening that we need to know about in order to make a difference, in order to wake up the world.
I think living a consecrated life and waking up the world can be done in a lot of different forms. As a secular member of the Catholic community, serving as a teacher and a coach in a Catholic school is a major part of my life in terms of waking up the world. I love the fact that I get to interact with so many different types of students through my work in the classroom and my work in film and my work in coaching. And then being a father is another way to wake up the world, and my wife and I really, we try to instill the values of service in our daughters and being a leader, even though they're young kids. It's important to us that they try to live their lives the right way, valuing other people, valuing all their talents and what they can bring to their community. So I think waking up the world can happen in a lot of different ways. I think you need to respect who you are as a person and what your talents are, and then do your best to share those talents with your community.
When I consider this question and how I'd respond to it, I go to the Holy Cross charism of trusting in divine providence. And while it's natural and normal for us to imagine that we end up where we do in life because of chance and circumstance, it's also possible for us, it's also important for us to consider how we are responding to God's call for our lives, and that plan is a part of that vocation. And so I'm a teacher in some ways because I believe that teaching can help to wake kids up. And I don't necessarily claim to be more awake than my students, but I do think that I'm more awake than I was in my past, and that students in the process of pursuing their education can not only discover their calling in life, but can respond to it and make some progress in that journey towards our destiny, towards God's plan for our lives. And so I'm a teacher, and I hope to literally wake my students up sometimes, but also to spiritually wake them up, to intellectually stimulate them and wake them up, and not just to be awake, but to be aware of God's calling for their lives.